Hey friends, I wanted to make a quick video for you to share something with you that I came across recently. As some of you may know who watch my videos, I like to make things that may be helpful to people, so I wanted to share this with you. I'm reading this book right now. It's called A New Earth. It's by Eckhart Tolle, if any of you guys are familiar with him. He talks about spiritual matters. So I wanted to share this paragraph or two with you. It's pretty short. I'll try to keep this video under 5 minutes. And then I'll give you a quick analysis of what that means. In The Power of Now, I mentioned my observation that after two ducks get into a fight, which never lasts long, they will separate and float off in opposite directions. Then each duck will flap its wings vigorously a few times, thus releasing the surplus energy that built up during the fight. After they flap their wings, they float on peacefully as if nothing had ever happened. If the duck had a human mind, it would keep the fight alive by thinking, by story making. This would probably be the duck's story. I don't believe what he or she just did. He came to within 5 inches of me. He thinks he owns this pond. He has no consideration for my private space. I'll never trust him again. Next time he'll try something else just to annoy me. I'm sure he's plotting something already, but I'm not going to stand for this. I'll teach him a lesson he won't forget. And on and on and on and on. The mind spins its tales, still thinking and talking about it days, months, or even years later. As far as the body is concerned, the fight is still continuing, and the energy it generates in response to all those thoughts is emotion, which in turn generates more thinking. This becomes the emotional thinking of the ego. You can see how problematic the duck's life would become if it had a human mind. It's madness. But this is how most humans live all of the time. No situation or event is ever really finished. The mind and the mind made me and my story keep it going. We are a species that has lost its way. Everything natural, every flower or tree, and every animal have important lessons to teach us if we would only stop, look, and listen. Our duck's lesson is this: flap your wings, which translates as let go of the story and return to the only place of power, the present moment. The chapter that this excerpt is in is talking about how emotions are caused by your thinking, and your thinking is caused by your emotions. It's a feedback loop. So when you get worked up about something mentally, it affects your body. Your heart might be a little faster, you might breathe a little heavier, you might turn red, whatever it might be, you might cry, right? And in turn, those emotions will also affect the way that you're thinking. So you end up getting worked up and you end up in this cycle where you're in a sort of like a fight or flight response, where you are, you're not calm, you're not at peace, you're just worked up. And it might be about something that happened a year ago or 2 years ago or 5 years ago, or maybe even when you were a kid. It could be something that you don't even know about, that you're not even aware of, that's affecting you right now. So how do we get out of this cycle? First of all, the point of this video is to be aware that there actually is a cycle in the first place, right? It's like I said, it's a perpetual cycle. It's a feedback loop. Once you get going in something, it just keeps on rolling. You might forget about it for a year or two, and something triggers you and you're right back into it. And obviously the more traumatic the event we're talking about, the more that it's going to affect you. You have your mind and your body, which are not what you actually are. You think they're what you are. Most of us identify with both of those things. I definitely do. It's something I'm working on. These things are not going away until you die. This body is real. This mind does exist. It's just a question of whether or not you believe that it's what you really are. So people that are in this spiritual space, Eckhart Tolle and others, they basically say that you are just pure consciousness. You're pure awareness. And when you get lost in identification with thoughts, situations, with your body, and you start to identify those things as being you, as being yourself, you're sort of lost. You're kind of in the matrix, so to speak. And when you're in the matrix, you don't know you're in the matrix. So the key is to see the matrix and see it for what it really is, and to observe it. It's not going away. It's going to be there. It's just a matter of seeing that it's there. And once you can start seeing it, then you can start to realize that there's no sense in getting all worked up about things that in most cases you don't have control over in the first place. It's not you that's getting upset. The real you doesn't get upset. It's at peace. It's in a state of love. It's in a state of joy. The most common way to get into this is through meditation, watching your breath. And when you can sit there, what's going to happen if you try this, just sit there and watch yourself breathe. It's that simple, right? In about 2 seconds, for most people, you're going to start thinking about something that happened today or something that happened 10 years ago or whatever. And as soon as you notice that, then you come back to the breath again. And you just keep doing that over and over again. Throughout the day, it may not just be your breath. You could use your breath, but you could use other things. The key is to be aware of what's going on and to be in a state of observation versus a state of being stuck in the matrix. This is a state of peace. The things that are going on in your mind, the things that are going on in your body are no different than looking outside at the clouds. It's just stuff that's happening, but we tend to get wrapped up in the drama. In any case, in life, obviously it's easier said than done, but try to observe what's going on with your mind and your body and try to be like this duck. Just let it go. It's okay to have thoughts. It's okay to have your body, obviously, but pay attention, be aware of what's going on. And that's the first step in being at peace and to maybe work through some of the issues that you might be having in life. Anyway, I hope you guys find this useful. If so, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I make videos like this from time to time. I just try to make things that I think others might find useful based on information and experiences that I've had in my life. I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.